I'd like you to have a go at drawing this pattern out first so you know how it works. Get yourself a piece of paper and draw a line. This would be the middle line through the pattern. You need a compass, and a little trick here is if you get a bit of sandpaper, you can sharpen the edge like a little chisel so you get a fine cut, because obviously that's going to wear. So your first circle that you draw will be the one that is described by the tool. So make sure you know what the tool will cut, and that's your first circle. So put a circle here, that's your inside circle. There, like that. And that's where the centre is. So there's going to be another circle around. So what is that going to be? Let's call it that there. So we'll put that one in here. So this is the ribbon that will go round the outside. Like that. So there's the inner circle, there's the outer circle. Now we know that the outer circles are going to overlap. So we'll put this here so that this inner circle comes round, picks up this circle and goes round here. So there's our second outer circle, and of course we now have our second, our inside. So we need to go back to that point here, and we can put this one in here, and you see that should meet there. So those are two circles next to each other, and what we've got here from there to there, this distance here is our unit. If I do this upside down, that's our unit of repeat. And what's going to happen is one of these lines is going to come along like this and pass over this one. So this comes over there like that, and that's going underneath here. So once we've got that, we can mark off this distance here along our piece of wood, so on, and we know that on that point we can put the inner circle and the outer circle, and then it's a matter of deciding which way this one goes. So that's how it's laying out. The other thing I would say, that if we join these two together here, this now makes our outside edge. So now we have an outside edge, and into here will go our delta. So the delta's in here, like that, on each side. So this line here, I will usually score, as I'll show you in the wood, score this so that I've got a nice edge to work up to. Anyway, have a go at that, have a go at working that out, and do a repeat pattern till you can do a few like this. And you can see how the thing actually goes together. And the important thing you need to find is this unit, because it's on the basis of that distance that we're going to find our layout on our piece of wood. Here's my frame, and this is the short side of the frame. I've got a centre line going down here on which I'm going to put my unit for the compass. I've also found a halfway point here, because what's very important is to work your design from the centre out. As I've shown you, you can't go around the corner with this design, so you need to end at some point. So I'm going to try and end each line, each side, roughly about the same distance from what I do in the corner. And in this case, it involves not the centre of one of these rings, not here, but halfway through. So make that calculation quite carefully. Then you know what your unit point is, and you can set those across like this. Then you can start putting in, I would put in the outer circles. So you've got an outer circle, so I'd put those along first, like so. I'm putting it fairly lightly, and I'm trying not to press too hard in the middle with my compass point, because obviously I've got to clean that off afterwards. So I'll come along here, and the last one will be up there. So that'll be the end one. Let me put these in while I'm here. So there's that one. So fairly accurately. Then I switch to the centre boss circle, which is exactly there, and I can put those in, and the check should be that these lines all meet, so this circle meets that outer circle like that. So when I've put all those in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in this outside line. Now you could just use a pencil and put this line in here, and this is the line from which you will make the deltas. But actually what's really neat is to use a marking gauge with a pin and score it. So you score the line from the tip of one circle here to the other, and you mark that very carefully so the pin is exactly on that line, and making sure you don't go beyond that, because we don't want to go into this dead area. Tilt it so that the pin is facing away, and as you come down you just drag that pin like this, pushing in here, drag that pin, and then stopping when you get to that point. That line there, which I can put my fingernail now in, touches all those points, and is where I'll put the delta up to, and the same on the other side here. So that gives you the layout that we're going to carve once I put those in.